Okay, going up the Queensboro Bridge from Queens to Manhattan, there is an issue that I had when I drove by this area with this version of 12.4.3, which I didn't have in the previous version, and I'm going to show you what that issue is. We're going to be coming up on it soon. So basically, you see these cones here. They're doing some construction work, so they put these dividers up. You can see the orange cones here, as well as the orange sticks. So we're going to be coming up on it soon. Okay, there's a lot of traffic. This is around noontime, so this is very typical here. So this is gonna be take some time here. Alright, so I skipped the video since I didn't want to bore everyone with the traffic. But this is the area. As you can see, these little orange sticks. You see my steering wheel? The car is freaking out over these little sticks here, as you can tell. You see that? On the previous versions, on the previous 12.3 versions, it would just kind of go straight, and it wouldn't do this rapid jerking of the steering wheel with these yellow sticks, with these orange sticks here. But now, with this version, it keeps twitching the steering wheel because of these orange sticks here, and also the car moves very slowly now. But in the previous 12.3 version, it would just go straight with no issue without moving the steering wheel too often. So as you can see, it keeps on doing that. Okay, it got a little better now, but it's slowing down for some reason. Alright, so it's not too bad right now. Okay, as you can see, it keeps on moving the steering wheel, and I feel like it's gonna run into the divider on my right, but you know, it comes very close to it. I know it's not gonna hit it, but it comes very close, and it makes me a little bit cautious. So I'm just gonna take over right now because, you know, I feel like the car might hit the divider. You know, most likely it won't, but it's coming just way too close. So I don't want to get into an accident with my Tesla. So right now we're just going down 2nd Avenue around 55th Street in Manhattan. Right now there's not too much traffic. They're doing some reconstruction of the roads here, so you can see that the roads are brand new. There's no potholes, but there's no lane markings yet. They haven't painted on the lane markings yet, and the car is doing pretty good, just kind of making up its own lane markings, as you can see in this display here, and it's doing a pretty good job of imagining where the lanes would be. So yeah, it's not too much traffic here, so it's not as congested at the moment. We're about to make a right turn on the next block, and yeah, it's pretty much on the right lane to get ready to make this right turn. All right, it's moving at 7 miles per hour. It could have moved a little bit faster. I'm not sure why it was moving so slowly. Okay, I don't know what it's doing right now. It has to go straight, and for some reason it just decided to make a right turn. And now this car is trying to park. It avoided that car pretty well, and it redirected the navigation. It was originally planning to go straight. It decided to make a right. I think it was because it saw a lot of congestion there, and maybe it thought that it would get stuck on the other street, basically blocking the traffic flow from the other direction. So I think that's the reason why I decided to make a right. So now we're just going this new path that the navigation set. This door is open. Oh wow, it was gonna hit that door. It was coming very close. So the side mirror was basically going directly into that open door, it seemed like, and it wasn't slowing down, so I basically had to take over there. I'm not sure if the FSD is able to detect any obstructions that may hit the side mirror, but in that case it seemed like maybe it didn't see it, so I had to take over there. So I'm gonna just go around this car. Okay, let's restart it up again. And you know, as I was driving the FSD another day, sometimes there's issues with the traffic lights and maybe some construction work. So there's a lot of you know, traffic cops that are on the road that are basically directing traffic. So even if it's a red light, sometimes they want the cars to go past the red light, and FSD is not able to see hand gestures from traffic cops yet. Maybe they will implement that in the future, but as of now it doesn't do that. And also, if there's construction work on the road, sometimes they set up barricades so the car cannot go through into roads that they're doing construction work in. In that case, the car just kind of goes up to the barricade and just stops there. Okay, so now I have to take over because the car in the navigation is showing it needs to make a right turn, but we are all the way on the left lane, so obviously we can't get to the right at this point. So I'm just going to take over and re-engage it now. Alright, so it's going to make a left turn here. Alright, it's taking its time. It should, I don't know what it's doing, it should quickly. Alright, so we should move up a little bit more so we don't block the traffic behind me. So I'm getting honks right now. I'm just gonna tap on the accelerator to move myself closer to the car. So FSD doesn't seem to incorporate city driving conditions that well. It still kind of drives like it's driving on a road with not too many cars. But in traffic conditions, you have to drive a little bit differently. You have to kind of move up into spaces. You can't leave too much gap between cars in front of you, because then you'll be blocking traffic behind you. So you know, maybe FSD can be trained to react differently when there's a lot of cars around it, or maybe it can be trained to drive differently based on, I guess, the location of the car based on the navigation. But again, I'm no Tesla engineer, so I'm not sure, you know, if they're working on it now or if maybe it's more complicated than, you know, it is, or that I think it is. to make a left turn, it just kind of stopped right in that space between the two lanes. So I had to take over there. Alright, it's coming a little bit way too close to this car, but that's fine. Alright, there's a motorcyclist here. Okay, just kind of stalled. Alright, so it finally went through. Alright, in this case, I probably would have stuck on the lane to the right so that I wouldn't get caught up with this traffic on this lane, since we need to actually go straight through. Alright, so as you can see, we got stuck because we should be on the right lane since we have to go straight. But, you know, for some reason FSD decided to stick on this lane, which has a lot of traffic. So maybe in the future the FSD would be able to kind of make this type of judgment and go on the correct lane that doesn't really have any traffic conditions, and would be able to get, you know, basically follow the navigation path a little bit better. So I think I might have to take over here, but I'm gonna give FSD one more try, and maybe this traffic in front will clear up a bit. Alright, I'm just gonna move a little bit closer. Alright, so this car is gonna make a left turn and clear the way. So now we need to go straight, and these, oh my god. Okay, so I'm just gonna take over because I need to get the hell out. Okay, this car shouldn't be making a left turn from the right lane. This car should be going straight, so he's not following the rules, I believe. Alright, so now I'm just gonna, okay, I'm going to start the navigation again. So this is the road we were supposed to take. For some reason the navigation and FSD can't seem to handle those type of crowded situations. And no need for the turn signal, it's just a curve, but that's fine. Okay, again, no need for the turn signal. It's just a curve, but again, it's not a serious issue. Okay, see, look how close the car is getting. We got a lot of space on the left. Yeah, it could stick a little bit more close to the left, but you know, I guess that's fine. Okay, you see how close it's getting? There's no need for that. We have a lot of space on the left. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's we got to make a right turn here. But okay, see how close? Oh my. Okay, I got to take over. It was like 2 inches from that car to my right, so I'm just gonna take over and speed up a bit to get in front. So the FSD, it does very, very well in you know, very not crowded street, good lane markings, no potholes, and the traffic is very smooth flowing. But in congested areas like the city, like Manhattan and other busy cities, where there's a lot of cars, and a lot of turns, a lot of people opening their doors into oncoming traffic, and a lot of things going on. FSD doesn't seem to do too well, but again, on highways it does perfectly, most of the time, and on service roads, very quiet roads with not too many cars, and not good roads, good lane markings, it basically does perfectly fine. There's rarely any disengagements in those type of roads. But in the city, it's I don't think it's ready yet. I would say it might be 60-70% ready for the city streets, such as Manhattan, on when it's very busy. At nighttime, it might be a little bit better when there's less traffic, but when it's high traffic conditions, like during the daytime, FSD I don't think is ready yet. Again, it might be like 60-70% ready for city streets, busy city streets. All right, yeah. Okay, so this car is kind of sticking out. All right, all right, I guess it did that pretty well. Okay, the car just stalled. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's this guy here. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Right. All right. It could go a little bit quicker through this street, but it's kind of slowing down. Okay, this guy is getting in the way, so the car slowed down. Okay, the car on my right.